everyone! I am in control.
Snivy is in control and gonna make all the decisions because I no longer care.
Last time we got story locked.
Yeah, it's so mean. I thought we were gonna make it.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna live.
Oh, okay. So let me just
go to chapter select. Unless it's not gonna show us the lock.
Locked. So I have to pick where we're going.
Where are we going? There's so many options. You could let someone else besides Kyoshika die. You could let someone else. You could let a Kurara live.
I want to see Kurara kiss us.
I see.
That's where we're going right now.
I'm gonna tell her we like movie, but only with you.
Yes. I love movies,
but only with you.
And then
that sentence, I watched a movie. That was funny.
We're gonna accept her feelings. I heard everything!
Yeah!
Kurara, I like you too. Huh? Please go out with me. Liar! You like Nozomi! Oh.
Huh?
No. I like you, Kurara.
Aww.
Oh, that was so cute.
You have to trust what I say about my own feelings.
Exactly.
That is so cute.
I like you, Kurara.
Oh, I like the way he said Kurara.
They all say Kurara.
No, I know, but the way he said it was cute.
Oh, she accepted right away.
I loosened my hold on Kurara and looked down at her snuggled against my chest. As if on cue, she looked up at me, our eyes meeting. As we looked into each other's eyes, our lips were naturally drawn closer.
Wait, this is way too embarrassing. Let me put my mask back on?
No way!
Right, this might have been the first time Kurara had ever taken her mask off and put on a brave face for so long. The mask should be... Oh, we get another choice?
Well, I have an answer for this.
I say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mask should be... No.
No. Sorry, Kurara.
And isn't that fate?
Yeah, because in the image she was... Oh no!
We just started. Cute music.
Sorry, I need to wait a little longer for that.
You're turning into a bit of a sadist.
Seriously?
Wait, was sorry I need to wait a little longer for that?
For you to put your mask back on, I need to wait a little longer to put it back on.
Well, it's not entirely unattractive.
Oh my goodness. Was it because I already done it in a dream? It was supposed to be my first kiss, but I didn't feel that way. It was so cute. Takami's holding her face with the other hand on the other side. I felt like I finally gone back to the place where I was always meant to be. Like the future that was always meant for me had finally become my reality. But this wasn't it. Our battle wasn't over yet. And in order to secure a happy future for Kurara, I would have to survive until day 100 no matter what it took.
Oh my god! Leave the room! I'm going to beat the life out of these tactless invaders!
Cute.
But first...
Sure.
One more time.
Sure. Oh, he didn't say no.
He didn't say no. Yay.
Where to next?
We're gonna see what happens when we say put the mask back on. Dream come true 1.
Do you think it's Dream come true 1.2?
We'll see, because
so
I'm
funny.
very intrigued.
We went back 50 whole days.
I did not expect it to go down.
Yeah, after decision, or... Wait, no.
No.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either, but we'll see. I really like this CG. Takumi looks so comfy cozy.
I like the trees.
Cause his sweater's like slightly baggy.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
It's so funny. The mask should be...
Let her wear her mask? I guess so. I guess so. We'll see what happens.
I wonder if it's a fake choice.
I don't think it's a fake choice. Sure, it must be embarrassing for you.
Now I can relax. Well then, where were we?
Huh? You want to do it with the mask on?
What are you on about? Were you about to do something that requires the mask off, huh?
Because...
You should see your face.
Kurara cackled derisively? I've never heard that word before. The mask really does seem to put her in a better mood.
Did you forget? I'm the scion of the proud
Scion? I thought it was Shion.
I think because
Canadian
they're in
pronunciations.
There's only one place you're permitted to kiss me.
The hand?
On the head?
I will permit you to swear your eternal subservience to me.
It's probably the
and
hand,
kiss
like...
me right here.
I'm thinking to the hand or the
Here
foot.
Kurara was pointing towards the top of her foot.
I knew it.
How'd you know?
'Cause she's
I
like
felt
that.
exasperated. But one thing was certain. The Kurara Ozuzuki I'd fall in love with was always domineering like that.
Oh, it's a choice.
It's what makes her what she is.
I get it.
Then, if I may, I tried to speak humbly as I sat down on Kurara's feet. Are we getting a CG?
Well, how do you feel?
That's adorable.
He looks like a prince!
Somehow, even doing something so, like, bow down before me.
Yeah, he still looks like a prince.
Yeah.
So honored.
Oh! The sensation of Kurara's body heat through the material of her boots filled me with fondness. From the bottom of my heart, I want to protect this warmth for all of time.
Aww.
That's so cute. In order to make that happen, and in order to secure a happy future, let's do this!
God, leave the room!
I knew it was gonna be the same.
You can kiss my foot on top of the mountain of corpses I'm about to
That's
make!
different.
Yeah.
Oh jeez,
What? You don't want to?
Oh.
As you wish.
I love
that.
Yep, that was a cute voice line.
So adorable.
I am blessed by that voice line. That was so cute.
That's so cute that they let you pick, like, what kind of Kurara you like the most.
Yeah.
They're both, because they're both Kurara.
Yeah. Dream come
True?
true? Question
Why
mark?
question mark? I mean, I guess
Because
I
it
know
does.
why.
I think because it doesn't match his dream that like he
Oh.
had. I think that's why it's a question mark because
okay.
like you are with Kurara, but the kiss was different.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, because it didn't end with the line of "I'm into the future that I always meant to be."
Yeah. That was cute. I like that a lot. My favorite still is Tsubasa's, I think. Tsubasa.
I like graduation.
Which graduation? Like,
Romance for graduation.
oh, with all three of them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I also like that one too.
It's just really sweet.
Yeah.
The idea that he doesn't have to be so quick. To,
What happens if we don't let Eito join the team?
You know what? I want to tell you something. I read a tweet that's just like, it's so funny that this game is truly for the deranged because every time you're even a little bit mean to Eito, the game punishes you.
Really?
That's what the tweet said.
Really?
I'm like,
So you have to be deranged to like Eito, but if you don't like him, it punishes you?
yeah. You could pick.
Who are you going to say? Oh, Gaku or...
At that point, Eito already gouged his eyes out.
Oh, picking him to... Yeah.
That is pretty interesting though, and it does
Gaku
involve
or
Eito, so I'm pretty...
And then... Ava's fate. All of this is very, like... I guess I'll go back to the first choice of, like, this route, right?
We already did that. See, go down.
Oh, reveal your secret? No, okay. Well then, let's go to the next choice.
Which
Say
is which school, which we did already, sort of.
Yeah, we did, but they're all dead now. Do I like that? Like, I think I saw a tweet where it's like, oh, she hates him. That's just this woman with the most deadpan expression the entire time. I think this is like this route of like, oh, her friends are dead, right?
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to see it here. It's so bad though.
I know.
So which one you want to pick? You want I'll give you two choices because I can't decide. This one, or we don't let Eito join our team.
Don't let Eito join our team because
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna do something crazy.
Okay, we're gonna go do that, and then we'll go back.
It's all the way at the end. It's gonna take a while. Like day 98 at the end. There.
This is day 57.
Oh,
Kill
Eito.
Eito. No. We
Again?
had another choice to kill
I
Eito.
forgot!
Keep fighting. Okay. So this he gorged his eyes out is what this is,
Yeah,
right?
And then he
Okay.
just walked into the cafeteria.
It's
and
kind of
I was
hard
just
to
like-
do like a coherent let's play of this, but this is pretty coherent, I think.
I feel like we could, when the choices pop up, I'll put like a, or we could put like a click to the video where
Yeah.
this choice happens.
Hey, Eito.
Yes, Takumi? Sorry.
Nozomi's right, something's off. His reactions are clearly different from yesterday. It's hard to tell with those sunglasses, but it doesn't seem to be looking me in the eyes. Oh
Skip.
no.
Skip.
The horse!
Is it really that bad?
I mean, honestly, if I saw someone take off their glasses and there's just two black voids there, I'd be freaked out.
I feel like I've seen him already.
Like, you've seen someone with two black voids in their eyes?
Not black, but like a glass eye.
See, that's
Or an
different.
eye that's off.
If it's just two holes in it, that's creepy.
Or I feel like on YouTube or Instagram I've seen a cosplay with the full black contact.
And
which
it's
is
creepy.
But like it wouldn't make me freak out.
It would make me freak out if
like,
it's like a genuine black
instantaneously.
hole. If it's a genuine black hole, that would make me freak
My
out.
poor baby boy.
Sorry. You must be rejected. We'll see what happens. Takumi seems like he doesn't want to make this choice. Sorry, Eito, but I just...
I get it. You don't have to spell it out.
What?
My other senses have been greatly heightened now that I've lost my sense of sight. Sense of sight. I already know what you're going to say next just from your general vibe. I can also sense how agonizing this decision is for you, so it is enough. You don't have to say anymore. I'm not interested in putting you in yet another painful position.
Eito.
Who could blame you for not wanting me to join, right? Those glitched memories embedded in me may have been the root cause, but it doesn't change the fact that I chose to do what I did.
But you destroyed your own eyes too.
I did it because I wanted to, and certainly not to garner sympathy. I knew something like this wasn't going to be enough to regain your trust.
Really?
Oh, I knew it wouldn't conveniently make us friends again. I knew all this, but I still couldn't stop myself from holding out hope.
Oh, this poor baby.
I may lie to people on the outside, but I never lie to myself. It goes against my nature.
Oh.
Now that that's settled, if you'll allow this public nuisance to be a hasty retreat. Retreat? Where? You're gonna leave? With your eyes like that? The invaders will get you! Your ugly concern is most gratifying, but there is no need to spare me any. Like I mentioned, my other senses have been greatly heightened. I expect to have no issues handling any invaders
He
I
didn't
come
have any
across.
issues.
Also, this won't be my first time leaving the academy. I probably know more about the outside world than any of you.
Yeah, because in this route he teamed up with them,
Yeah.
right? It's still too dangerous. Just because I don't want you back on the team doesn't mean I want to force you to leave the whole school. If you promise to stay in your cell and not interfere with any of us, you could stay.
I feel like he might not want to. Have you forgotten this facility was built for the Special Defense Unit? It is no place for someone who doesn't belong. Am I right, Sirei?
Oh. Aotsuki's correct. Anyone not recognized as an ally is naturally viewed as a dangerous element. An element that can only work to our detriment and never to our benefit. Therefore, he must leave. Oh.
That makes it easier for me to get over my feelings too, now that I no longer have to put up with your unbearable voices and smell.
You little piece of chicken! Always the same right down to the end.
He just said that he may lie to others, but he doesn't lie to himself, so right now he's obviously lying!
Yeah.
You stupid
I shall be
Kurara!
responsible for seeing you off. I expect you haven't gotten used to your newfound blindness yet and may need a little bit of help getting around. This is my duty and obligation as your commanding officer.
Oh, the commanding officer has spoken. The rest of you can just stay put. Not like I could see your hideous mugs even if you did come.
Huh.
Besides, there is something I need to speak about in private with Sirei before I leave.
With me?
If you don't mind, consider it my last wish.
Yeah.
Very well. You may tell me along the way. You are still considered a member of the Special Defense Unit while on school grounds. Is it because he's gonna ask him to take him out of the Revival-matic?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he did that already, but ask him to take the eye thing out, but he's off school grounds anyway.
I'm not sure. Thank you. Very much obliged.
This is goodbye. Forever. You miserable freaks. And you may not think me sincere when I say this, but
His voice is shaking.
I pray from the bottom of my heart that you will win this war. Good luck.
Oh.
The baby
I
boy.
wonder what he asked. Maybe if he could take his infuser?
Yeah. After that, under Sirei's guidance, I made my way carefully through Last Defense Academy until... We've switched perspectives.
Yeah.
Here are a few days' worth of rations as a farewell gift from me.
Oh. Wow, this is surprisingly thoughtful coming from someone who only really cares about victory.
So can he, like, kinda see, or is it just for
I
us?
think it's just for us.
I continued conversing with Sirei as I walked next to him in darkness. It may have been the first time we had ever spoken in our leisure.
A manifestation of guilt for embedding those glitches into my brain? ...
Defects were inevitable. The brain, especially the human brain, is a complicated organ no one completely understands yet. It was no mean feat getting everyone combat ready with the limited time and resources available to us. There was no time for multiple rounds of tests or verifications, although we did conduct an endless amount of simulations.
Yeah, even with that, out came someone like me. I don't know what to call this, but destiny. After Sirei and I finished talking, I left Last Defense Academy behind. I remained cautious of my darkened surroundings as I moved through the city ruins using my They
feet to
didn't
feel
tell
the
us
rubble.
what they talked about.
Even though I had proudly declared that I could handle myself moving around until darkness was still rather mentally straining. Darkness. 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 Everywhere I went, I was greeted by pure unadulterated darkness. Should you be reading the narration because it's Eito, or
I don't know.
with not a speck of light to be found? Because it's usually Takumi. I couldn't be sure what was on the road ahead of me. It switched to Nozomi once. Did anybody come see me off, even though I said there was no need? Maybe someone watched me walking away from school until they could see me no more.
Aww.
No, that's... Oh.
No, that's not possible. What am I hoping for? Nobody there cares about me. I'm nothing but a traitor, bugged to betray.
Do you hear the wind blowing left to
Yeah.
right? But then again, this terrible defect reflected the repulsiveness of its creator, mankind itself. And I was equally repulsive for allowing them to lead me by the nose all this time.
By the time I realized that, it was way too late to do anything about it.
I kept walking. My destination was second to last defense. Why is he going there? Sirei gave me directions on how to get there when I left. He said it would give me a place to hide from inclement weather and that there were probably leftover rations there as well. Okay. Sirei likely told the others I would be heading there. Once they learn I won't be ending up in a ditch somewhere. Those who had been even the tiniest bit concerned about my welfare would surely be able to breathe easier. Personally, I'd rather they not feel a single shred of guilt, even if anything should happen to me. They didn't chase me out. I decided on my own that I would leave. Although Sirei had given me directions, wandering through the ruins without sight, I couldn't tell for the life of me whether I was even going in the right direction. But if I wanted to keep going, I had to put faith in the path I had drawn up in my mind. There was also one more thing keeping me going. I wanted to witness how things would turn out for the others on day 100. They were special to me, even if we didn't manage to become friends. Someone like me who used to be disgusted at the mere thought of having to coexist with hideous humans. I now knew those were just fake memories implanted in me. Still, these were people with whom I had spent a staggering amount of time.
I love him so much.
Even after discovering they were actually empty inside, that everything had been lies built on lies. This is such a cute photo. Tsubasa doing double piece, Sayashoma doing a piece, Gaku piece, Nozomi piece, Ima piece. They still chose to support each other and blaze a trail through destiny. There was nothing we could trust, nobody we could lean on. Fake memories, fake goals, fake backgrounds, fake families, fake friends, fake love, and fake hatred. Empty vessels made of fabricated falsehoods, that was all we were. What could such people even believe in? Yet they chose to believe in each other, and to fight for each other in the end. Their revolting appearance, smell, and voices still disgusted me to no end,
It's
but...
so funny talking, we got
the feeling
relegated
of-
to the shorties.
Commanders, they shared as...
Feeling of camaraderie.
shared... The camaraderie they shared was as real as they came. Yeah, and Nozomi standing.
Yeah.
Watching them had made me forget all I had done and start wishing. Wishing I could be a part of that too.
Oh.
Poor Eito. But they weren't naive. Gouging my eyes out as a show of commitment was never going to be enough to convince them to let a repeat traitor like me onto the team. I had been ready to face rejection, but deep down for just a short, fleeting moment, I entertained the thought that they might forgive me after all. Such an indulgent... Oh, sorry.
That was... When had I become so naive?
But now is not the time to dwell on such thoughts. I had to focus on walking. I'd arrive somewhere as long as I kept going. All I could do now was to keep walking and pray that I would eventually reach the second campus.
Pray? No god would listen to the prayers of an empty shell like me. Don't tell me Veshness.
I'm scared. Darkness clung to me. From the skies above to the ground below, I could see was unadulterated darkness. No gradients, no flickering, just plain blackness. I read in a book that humans invented fire out of their fear of the darkness of night. When I read that, I mocked them as weaklings in my mind. Oh, he's scared. The birth of fire led to the birth of war. Humans would burn themselves up in the very same fire they sought. There would have been peace had they not created such a thing and simply endured the darkness of night. How weak and hideous, I remember thinking that once. Now, however, I knew how wrong I had been. It was not that they feared the night or failed to endure the darkness. They were afraid to not have light by their side. Eito. For light represented hope itself, and these eyes of mine would never see light again. Why was I feeling sad about that when I utterly despised everything I saw in this world? He's thinking so much.
There's nothing else to do when you're alone but think.
8X?
Because he doesn't know what day it is!
He made it!
Oh, this place.
After a few days of non-stop walking, I stepped into a facility that felt all too familiar to me.
Right, this is...
It's on fire, though.
Yeah, it is.
It would appear that I managed to reach Second to Last Academy after all. To be honest, I was beginning to wonder if Siri had deliberately given me the wrong directions.
I guess he's not as wicked as I've imagined.
I can't see if it's on fire. I naturally drifted in the direction of the cafeteria once I was inside. The layout of the school was almost exactly the same as the other one, like I had been told. This place would shield me from the elements as I waited out the remaining days. There would be no fighting. I only had to wait here in safety until the missiles were launched and everything was over. But there were over 10 days left. I'd have to live in darkness until then. Or there was a faster way to end things. I opened the heavy bag I had been carrying and traced my finger along what was inside. I knew what it was even though I couldn't see it. What does his back say in German?
I don't know.
An undying flame bomb Siri had developed, activated using human anima and powerful enough to take out even Veshness.
Oh, so it...
This miniaturized version was still more than capable of reducing a human body to ashes.
Did they have more than one? Because I know they used one.
I don't know. Skin, bones, hair, everything would disappear. If Veshness comes for you, I'd like you to use this before she absorbs your crypto glow.
Oh.
That was what Siri said when he handed this to me. However, I was not able to discern his true agenda. Did he really want me to blow myself up and take out Veshness with me, or was he simply giving me a tool to euthanize myself like an animal? I don't think he was telling you to commit suicide, Eito.
No, it's a mercy. There you are.
I ran my finger over the detonator. Everything would end when I pressed this button while infusing hemo anima into it. I would be freed from it all. Free from my fake memories, false hatred, and empty existence. Free from the man called Eito Outski.
Press it. Come on.
He
That's all you have to do.
He doesn't want to die!
Did you hear that, Slow-Mo?
Why can't you just press it?
The sprite!
My finger wouldn't respond no matter how loudly and harshly I berated myself. Even though I knew pushing the button was all I needed to do to be freed from this pain, I still couldn't do it. Wanting to witness how things turned out for the Special Defense Unit was merely an excuse. The actual reason I couldn't do it was because... When I realized what this feeling was, I had to laugh despite myself. I was afraid. Afraid, fearful, spooked, daunted, anxious, just scared stiff. Death frightened me even when I had nothing to live for.
He hates scary stuff!
How could I not laugh at the irony of that? Death was no different from a life without purpose, yet I feared it. I put the bomb on the floor, my hands trembling. Then I sat down on the floor as well and leaned against the wall. As I did, the fatigue from the few days of walking got to me and I felt groggy all of a sudden. My consciousness disconnected in the silent darkness. Wouldn't it be nice if death visited me now, so that I would simply slip into an internal slumber never to awaken again? But no, I would never be allowed to enjoy such a peaceful end. Eito. What's up with that text?
What was that?
An unfamiliar voice screaming. I knew something was wrong when I woke up to that. I could always pretend like nothing had happened, but my feet were already moving in the direction of the scream.
What are you, Deku?
As I ran, the smell of fire was so intense it was burning my nose. It was the stench of fighting. The screaming was coming from multiple people. Were they trying to get away from something?
Oh, it's invaders!
No.
No, Tsubasa?
I ran into the schoolyard and focused my hearing on what was happening outside the school. I could hear multiple sets of footsteps getting closer. Since I couldn't see their exact locations, I simply waved in the general direction of the sounds. Over here! Oh, sorry. I kept waving. Those look like researchers. That seemed to work. The frantic footsteps became louder and louder. And Himiko. I raised my hands to indicate I wasn't holding any weapons. As I did, the approaching group stopped a distance away from me. They were panting hard as if they had been running for a long time. Wait a minute, who are these people? Definitely not the Special Defense Unit. Are they natives of this planet?
Were you being chased by who?
Nobody answered me. I didn't even know if we spoke the same language. Couldn't have been Takumi or the others chasing them, so invaders?
You can hide here if you want. This place was destroyed a while ago. It's unlikely anyone will come looking for you here.
Still no response, but I could sense they were listening to me.
The cafeteria here is stocked with more than enough food for all of us.
The mystery group wasn't moving at all. I didn't even hear them whispering among themselves. They were probably communicating with each other non-verbally. Or maybe they were trying to decide who would get to attack me first. After all, to the natives of this planet, I was the invader.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm blind. I don't know how many of you are here, and obviously won't be able to attack you.
Still no response.
He's lying. Anyway, I'm heading back inside. Follow me if you intend to hide here.
I turned my back on the mystery group and started walking. Oh no. I was completely defenseless. If they killed me, they could have this hiding spot all to themselves. Yet they followed after me politely. When I staggered, they would even stop and wait out of consideration for me.
Aww.
One step at a time, I went farther into the building with a hand on the wall, taking care to use a route that could not be seen from the outside. Also, people wouldn't know if they were being chased.
Yeah.
Finally, I found myself back in the cafeteria with the mystery group in tow.
This place should be safe. You can eat anything you find here.
After that, I went back to my usual spot and sat down again.
Huh?
Where was my bag? I remember I left it here. I felt around the floor next to me with my right hand for the bag that contained the undying flame bomb. Where was it? Where could it be? Something heavy slowly fell into my lap. Someone had placed something there. I gingerly touched it with my fingertips. It was my bag.
You found it for me?
I asked my surroundings but received no response like always. I then put the bag on my shoulder so that I would never lose it again. Leaning against the wall, I let my hearing take over.
Backpack bag.
I heard the sound of rummaging for food. It didn't seem like they were interested in attacking me for now. It was likely they would leave once the enemies that were after them went away. Then I would be back to waiting for day 100 here all alone, so that I could witness the ending that everyone made for themselves. Sometime later, I heard the sound of a can being opened. I guess they decided to eat the food that was here. They sat a cautious distance away, but were still close enough to keep an eye on me. I hope they got to eat something they liked, at least. Since I couldn't see, I couldn't even choose the kind of food I wanted to eat. That reminded me of the 5 cans of pickled fish I had to eat in a row last night. I inadvertently nodded off even though I hadn't been feeling particularly sleepy. And thus I fell asleep while being surrounded by an unknown number of natives. Perhaps it was because I felt no animosity from them. I could sense they were friends as they huddled closely together to eat and rest in this unknown place. Maybe they were sharing their favorite foods with each other.
I wonder.
Maybe they were exchanging jokes with each other so quietly that I couldn't hear. Whatever it was, the atmosphere was like a comfortable blanket over my body, warming me up and making me sleepy. Baby. Like something I once had myself up until a short while ago. How did I not realize sooner what a beautiful thing that had been? Eito.
Oh
Late that night.
that tweet is so true. This is punishment.
Somebody was shaking my shoulders. I sensed that I had been surrounded by a few people who were looking down at me.
What is it?
Why are you here?
It was the voice of a child, a young girl who seemed to be about 8 to 9. That she looks cute. A native of this planet, a Futurarian child. How do you know? Thinking back, I realized I had never met anyone from this planet before, neither during any defensive battles nor when I was with Veshness. Had they been isolated from the war? Maybe in a shelter of sorts, like the TRC?
Why are you alone?
Girl asked again. Since she was speaking as their representative, they were likely a group of children. Oh no. I could sense wariness in her tone of voice. It was as if this was a tense cross-examination and my response would determine their next... What if Eito brings them back to...
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Well, one thing... Oh.
Well, one thing led to another, and I wasn't allowed to stay with my friends anymore. That's why I came here by myself. Why? What happened?
Oh, I can read it if you want.
You have too many people.
Okay.
I did something bad and ended up hurting the others. That's why I can't stay with them anymore.
Upon hearing me say something bad, the girl took one step back, an astute decision.
Were you forced out?
No. Oh, sorry.
I went away of my own free will. Did you see that there was multiple arms?
Yeah. It was so like Takumi to say that. In fact, his words made me waver for a brief moment. I wanted to cling to those words, to selfishly feel like I had been forgiven. But it was pointless for me to stay. I don't belong there. I could never ever forgive myself for doing the unforgivable to them. That's why I had to leave.
You can't go back anymore? No, I can't go back anymore. That's why I'm here. What about you? Were you being chased by something?
At that, I could hear murmuring from behind the girl. They seemed to be discussing whether or not to reveal the answer to me.
We can't go back either. Why not?
Because we broke our promise.
Oh.
She sounded so very sad. I didn't know what the other Futurarians looked like, having only seen the commanders. But it seemed like they felt sadness the same way we did.
What promise did you break? We were told not to go outside, but we all went anyway because we thought we'd be okay. But we got lost and ended up in an unfamiliar place. Monsters kept chasing us and we got farther and farther away from our home.
And that was...
how
sorry.
you ended up
I'm
here?
so used to Takumi being the MC. I think she must have nodded. There were other people living on this planet besides the commanders and invaders. At the very least, these children probably had nothing to do with the war. Since they were being pursued, they were likely targets as well. They were targets even though they had no way of fighting back, unlike us.
You don't know how to go back? No. There should be a map somewhere in this facility. If you can find it, you may be able to find a way back home. I wish I could help you look for it, but as you can see, I won't be very helpful in that department. So feel free to look for it yourselves.
The children other than the girl in front of me immediately scattered about in all directions, likely taking my advice to look for the map. There had to be a map somewhere around since maps were indispensable for warfare. They would surely find one if they split up, and once they did, they were likely to depart by tomorrow, leaving me alone here to wait for the end by myself. I heard a soft thud next to me, an indication that the girl in front had moved to sit down next to me. Aww.
Huh?
She was so close that I could touch her if I just stretched my hand out. You're being way too trusting here, Missy.
Oh.
Or maybe she felt like I posed no danger because I couldn't see?
No chance of forgiveness.
Huh? Oh, you mean me? Yeah, aren't you sad you can't go back? Nah, it's too late for me. Why? Good question. Because the mistake I made was too big to be atoned for. Nobody will forgive me, that's why I
Oh no,
can't go
he's
back.
teaching her that she might not be forgiven
I
too.
know. Okay.
She started chomping down ravenously on an open can of food. Most likely, these children simply wanted to take a peek at what was going on outside and had not planned to end up so far away from home. The possibility of not being able to make it back would have never occurred to them since they broke their promise to adults out of mere curiosity.
Maybe we won't be forgiven too.
Oh, I knew it. She wondered out loud as she ate her food. Not being able to make it back home was not the only worry on these children's minds. They also feared that, like me, they wouldn't be allowed back into the fold again. I could immediately think of a number of encouraging statements I had gleaned from the books that I had read. But then I would be lying to them, something I was averse to doing to these children. However, that also meant that I now had nothing comforting to say to her, being somewhat unforgiving myself. In the end, I simply kept quiet, and she, too, said nothing more after that. Eito. When the children who had gone searching returned, they huddled back together. Their whispering voices eventually became softer and softer until everyone fell asleep. With a hand on the bomb in my lap, I eventually drifted into slumber as well.
Aww.
Don't accidentally explode it, Eito. I might cry.
That was so soft. Huh?
I jolted awake when I felt my arm being tugged on.
What happened? Come with us.
The children were already awake, but something was clearly wrong. They were as panicked as they had been when they first came here. They pulled me outside second to last Defense Academy. As I felt the wind on my skin, I could also smell the scent of blood mixed with it.
Look there!
I'm sorry, but I can't see. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
I felt her hand that had been pulling me along suddenly go, so she'd forgotten that I was blind.
Can you describe what's going on? The monsters are coming this way! I think they realize there are people here! How many? Too many to count.
Solo battle? Some of the children were shouting while others were trying to calm themselves down. Some started crying and others got angry. Nobody expected this to happen. They left their home without thinking too deeply about the consequences. It likely never crossed their minds that leaving was tantamount to breaking their promise. Now they regretted it. They wished they had never left. I thought it was a small group of kids.
It is.
Are they all screaming and running?
I don't know.
Now that they were facing the grim reality of death, they were starting to give up. They resigned themselves to the possibility that they might die without ever being forgiven.
Did you find it? What? The way home. Yes, we found a map. But there's no point. We still can't go back. Why not? Because of the monsters? Or because you might not be forgiven for breaking your promise?
No answer. Perhaps it was a little bit of both.
How about this? I'll hold these monsters back and you guys run away once you find an opening. That isn't going to work! You can't fight! Hey, you give me too little credit. I'm actually pretty strong and I even have a weapon. But you can't see! I'll make it work somehow. Anyway, can you do what I just said?
But we broke our promise. Everyone must be so mad at us.
Is Eito not thinking that they're gonna get blown up in 100 days? Day 100? Or...
I mean, he is, but at least they'd be able to go home.
The sound of rumbling and sound
he's gonna die in 100 days, but at least he'll see their decision.
I didn't need to use my enhanced hearing though. This was clearly a large army. Not as many as the ones we faced in our defensive battles, but more than enough to cause a group of helpless children to despair. Time was quickly running out. I had to convince these children to flee right now.
Listen, I won't say everything will be fine. Huh? That'd be really irresponsible of me since I have no idea if you'll be forgiven for what you did. Instead, I'll tell you something I want you to remember.
Words from the bottom of my heart. From a person whose life is based on made-up memories, goals, and grudges. Feelings I hadn't been able to convey until now.
Forgiveness isn't something dispensed on the spot, but based on the actions you choose to take after the mistake. So the most important thing is, what will you do from now on?
Eito choosing to defend these children. So...
if you want forgiveness, work hard to gain it, instead of dwelling on your mistakes. While there's still time for you to redeem yourself.
I'm gonna scream!
From now on.
It's like British, like vaguely. I took out my infuser and drove it into my chest. There were likely no commanders among the approaching swarm. I could take a group of minions by myself.
Now go!
But what about you?
I said go!
I shouted at them angrily. Angrily! The girl bolted at my command and the other children quickly followed. Their little footsteps eventually faded into the distance. Good. Get as far away as you can. This strategy of mine wouldn't work other... Is he gonna use the bomb? The next thing I heard was heavy stomping, indicating the invaders were marching even closer. I gripped my weapon tightly and waited for them to get close. They would be pleasantly surprised to find me here. It was quite likely they would prefer to hunt a planet invader like me over native children. The children wouldn't be pursued. They would be safe as long as I could keep the enemies here. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, I thought we were gonna...
Yeah, I thought we were gonna solo battle.
I could sense my class weapon tearing the enemy apart with that swing. Good. Let me follow that up with...
Is he just punching?
Right, left, front, back. The invaders started attacking non-stop. Whenever I felt something hit my body, I'd swing my weapon in that direction. So he'd let them hit him, though. It worked because it guaranteed I would hit something. I kept repeating this while moving around.
He's getting
However...
hurt. You're getting worn down.
Really bad. Well, this was a shame. I thought I would have lasted longer than this. I had underestimated the sheer force of their numbers. The school invaders lunged at me as one when I left myself open after an attack. My class armor protected me, but it had its limits. Since my data had been removed from the revival-matic again, I would be killed for real if I continued fighting. Oh, he's on the school grounds, though.
Yeah, but his data's not there.
But I couldn't let them kill me. They would continue chasing the children if they did. His face. I'd take out every last invader here now if I wanted the children to be safe. But why? Just my pride, I suppose. Even I had my pride. Ending a defective life by using it to protect someone else wasn't that bad of an idea. Although my efforts to gain forgiveness came a tad bit too late, I was still a former member of the Special Defense Unit. That said, I also knew I was fighting a losing battle. At my current strength, I couldn't fight this many enemies at once. Couldn't even be proper bait or stall for time. Only one thing left to do then. Not the bomb. Not the bomb. Concerted attack knocked my class weapon out of my hand.
No.
Come on, Eito.
I thought he was gonna say, now you've done it.
Is he just punching like a maniac right now?
No, I think he's getting hit.
The invaders surrounded me now defenseless and started battering me with all their might. Oh, excruciating pain rippled through my body despite the protection of the armor. I thought I might lose consciousness before death paid me a visit. The weight on top of me became heavier and heavier. More and more invaders were piling on me so that they might kill me. That'll do. That'll do just fine.
It's time.
It's time.
Is he gonna use the bomb?
You're right.
I reached inside the bag I had been shielding with my body and touched the button that would detonate the bomb.
Huh?
The answer to your question is yes, that is indeed possible. But what would even be the point? Very well, I assume I get to choose which memories to implant. Even though all that does is deepen the emptiness in your heart, well, it certainly won't stop you if that is what you want. I would have preferred for you to become a proper war asset instead of whatever this is.
Yeah.
That is my honest opinion. I asked Siri for a favor back then. He took me to the infirmary and carried out the requested procedure, memory manipulation. At first I thought about asking him to erase all of my memories. Everything would be gone, sadness, anger, remorse, everything. But it was only right for me to die as my own self, my own buggy, corrupted, and defective self. I was the burden I had to bear until the bitter end, so I made that selfish request. For non-existent memories. Memories of me having a great time with everyone. Where is he? Is it just the CG?
Was he at the pool party? I don't think he was.
He wasn't.
So I think this is just his view.
While being aware of the duplicity of these memories, that they were all lies. Yet here I was right now, surrounded by the warmth and happiness I felt back
he
then.
He was there. He's playing with Taku.
He wasn't actually there, because look, she wasn't there either.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's unfortunate. I won't get to witness how things turn out for you.
I'm gonna cry!
But I'm praying for your victory. Actually, I'm praying for your happiness. From the bottom of my heart.
He's such a good boy!
No!
You know, I think it's a kind kindness they didn't play the explosion sound effect before the credits rolled. I would have cried if we heard that voice line and then the explosion.
Goodbye, Eito Root. Pray for your happiness. This is ending 3!
Of a goodbye, Eito Root.
No, this is just ending 3 in general!
Oh.
Oh, that's the wrong.
It's okay.
It's
Like,
ending 3 in general!
It's just glowing.
Yeah.
But it's like it said romance root dream come true. So is this goodbye Eito ... or like is it goodbye Eito ... 3?
No, it's just
Or is
number
it just...
3, goodbye, Eito.
Oh, okay. So it's just because the truth root doesn't really have a root title like romance root ... dream come true.
Hold on, I need to look at the ending. That was insane. They put too much heart in that.
That tweet is so right. That going against him is just punishment for the player. But I'm glad that we got to see it because we got to see.
Where is the
his
endings?
feelings. No.
Where is the endings?
Continue and then hit menu.
My heart hurts so bad.
You have to load into an ending and then hit menu. Unless there is a menu button on the ending screen. Yeah, there isn't a menu button, so you have to pick one.
That hurt my heart so bad.
My heart hurts so much.
My goodness. Eito, what the heck, man?
He's such a good boy.
Do we go to the despair route? Stop fighting for humanity?
You can. If you give me 2 options, I'll pick one. But if you just want to pick, you can pick.
What's this? Society of His Fate. I like the endings near the end because they finish kind of fast.
Yeah, you could just pick it and then you could look at the menu anyway.
Yeah, I just want to look at the menu, but I also want to do that. But we have to end this episode, but I want to see the menu. My heart hurts so bad. What the heck? Why is that the 3rd ending you could get?
I don't know.
Is it chapter select?
No.
Archive?
Yeah, and then ending.
No.
No. Report card?
No, it's not report card.
Oh.
Where was it?
There was like a list,
Yeah,
wasn't
I know, there is. I just don't remember. It must be in gallery. Which you can't get to unless you're playing.
Oh my goodness.
So...
Hold on. We're gonna get to the gallery. I need to see the ending list. My heart hurts so bad. What the heck, Eito? I didn't expect we were gonna go in Eito point of view.
Me neither! I would have never guessed. I think I questioned once if we'd ever do that, and then it was Nozomi. But... They're America?
No, because it's just these. Audio gallery?
No.
No. Bonding events? No.
Where'd it go? I don't know. I know it exists.
It's not here. It's not here?
Let's
Okay,
just end
I guess
it
we're gonna
and
end
then-
it here.
and then find
My
it.
feelings!
Eito's the goodest boy. I know it
He's
from
a
the
very
start.
good boy. Bye, everyone.
Bye.